Lou, she's my wife.
This is Scott Reed, he's my husband. We've been here for 58 years?
Since 1955.
And why did we come? Well, we were young and foolish.
No, we were looking for a place to open up law practice, but we were mostly looking for a place to swim, as it turned out.
Well, and to ski.
And to ski.
Yeah, yeah.
So we came here and went swimming and found out how many ski places there were around, and all the other places we went were not very attractive, and some lawyer here lied to me and told me it was a good place to practice law. So we came.
Well,
we got excited when we came here because of the outdoor opportunities, the skiing and the hiking. We did a lot of that, and fishing. I did find places to fish. We all did, and camping and so forth. But the dividend was ice. Hadn't thought about it at the time we came, but every year Fernand froze. Every year Cougar Bay froze. And most of the other lakes did too. And I engaged in what I called wild ice, which was that you go out and look for good skating, and you know, the lakes would freeze and then the snow would fall on them, and then that wouldn't be any good, and then the snow would melt and that would produce maybe a second chance and so forth. But the glorious ones were when you had bright, clear ice. I skated all the way around Hayden Lake at least twice for the whole thing, including the bays. I had a golden retriever and he was tired, wouldn't go in the bays with me, he'd just wait till I got out. And one year when Lou was in the legislature, I skated on 10 lakes in Kootenai County, different lakes, and it was just all sorts of fun. It was a little bit risky, and looking back I wondered, well, I fell in Fernand and that wasn't much fun, and I put a leg through another one, and there were some shaky things out there, but I'm here, and it was all worth it. But it was a glorious thing to do. It really was. And you got involved, and others got involved, and I think we probably led a little people onto ice that would not otherwise have gone on it, and so forth.
oh, we had so much fun. It was.
But it was really fun.
The one sort of funny thing that's been on our minds this last week is a woman had called and asked about Signal Point. Signal Point, have you ever heard of Signal Point, the ski area? And she was writing a book about the history of the small ski areas in the state. And we came, that's how we met Don and Roger Young, is that we came and we discovered we could go up to this funny place, and there was a rope tow, and we could ski. But it was one of those things we happened on. It was the community that had built this Signal Point. Some of them had gotten together and they had built the ski hill by various means, which means you build a ski tow, and then you had another ski tow, and then you had another one all the way up at the top. It took a lot of engineering. And there are some youngsters around who were youngster then, who are old now, Bobby Shine-Eye, etc. Some of the people who are the next generation from us, who learned to ski there because there was no Schweitzer, there was no Mount Spokane, there were no ski lifts. The only way you got to the top of the hill was either climb yourself or pull on a rope tow. And one time I remember going through the safety gate and thinking I was going to go around and end up at the bottom. Luckily didn't, but it went on for, oh, I don't know how many years, Scott, were we there, 4 or 5, and then they moved on to Schweitzer and Mount Spokane. Anyway, the out of doors in the winter in Coeur d'Alene